Hey guys, today I'm going to be reading a story to you called Drums and Kicks by Leneen Faith, illustrated by David Campbell. A story about self-control. Hi, I'm Peacebe. This is my friend Heartwatch. Heartwatch isn't just any watch. He's my secret, special, funny watch who teaches me lessons every day. I'm going to tell you about a time I learned about self-control. The whole week at school, I kept hearing about self-control. What in the world is self-control? I mean, I knew what a remote control was, but what is self-control? That sounded like one of those adult words, and it seemed pretty important. Earlier today, my music teacher told us we need to have self-control when we play the drums. Even the lunch lady, Miss Lori, told us that we need to show self-control. Self-control, self-control, self-control. Ah! I feel like I'm going to explode if I hear that word one more time. Beep, 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 sounded Heartwatch. Peacebe, is there a problem? Heartwatch, I'm so elated to hear from you. I have a question. What is self-control? Well, Peacebe, I could tell you what self-control is, but that might be boring. So I have an idea. Why don't I show you what self-control is? Are you ready for an adventure? An adventure? Well, of course, I exclaimed. Peacebe, let's go into freeze, invisible, and reverse mode. We're about to take an adventure back in time to earlier this morning. Are you ready? I'm super ready, I stated. Suddenly, we landed back into Mr. Xander's music class. Boys and girls, I want everyone to put your drumsticks down. Wait for my signal to pick them up. Then we're all going to hit the drums 5 times. Does everyone understand? Asked Mr. Xander. Yes, Mr. Xander, we responded. Before Mr. Xander could say another word, one of my classmates, Kevin, picked up his drumsticks, started banging on the drums, and began dancing and singing, I'm the best, I'm the best, I'm the best, ooh yeah! Then he took the drumsticks and threw them high up in the air. Mr. Xander caught them, and he didn't look happy at all. The whole class, including Kevin, started laughing really loud. Everyone was laughing, everyone except for Mr. Xander. He took out his whistle and blew it very loudly. Everyone stopped talking immediately and looked at Mr. Xander. Kevin, give me your drumsticks and go to timeout. You will not be participating with the rest of us since you cannot follow directions and show self-control. You'll get another chance tomorrow. Hopefully, you'll have learned your lesson, said Mr. Xander. Kevin walked over to the timeout area and looked very sad because he couldn't play the drums. The rest of the class listened to Mr. Xander because they didn't want to join Kevin in timeout. Everyone had fun playing the drums together. We listened and followed Mr. Xander's directions. Heartwatch, does self-control mean to think before you do something and to listen to the teacher, even if you want to do something else? I asked. Great job, Peacebe, Heartwatch replied. Okay, let's go on one more adventure, I insisted. I stepped into the reverse time portal for our last adventure and landed back in the lunch line. You skipped me, James said to Ryan. I didn't skip you, Ryan replied. Yes, you did, James said angrily. Then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Ryan kicked James really hard in his leg. James fell to the floor and got hurt. Miss Lori saw what happened and Ryan got in big trouble. He had to apologize to James and eat lunch in the front office. Boys and girls, when you're in the lunch line, you need to show self-control. Use your inside voices and most importantly, keep your hands and feet to yourself. Does everyone understand? Asked Miss Lori. Yes, ma'am, everyone replied. Peacebe, now do you understand what self-control is? Asked Heartwatch. Oh, yes, I do, Heartwatch. Self-control means to think before you act, because there will always be consequences for your actions. Both Kevin and Ryan got in trouble for not showing self-control. Great job, Heartwatch responded. Thank you for taking me on this adventure. Let's fly back to the present time. From now on, I'll always have self-control. Reminder from Heartwatch. Self-control means to think before you act. Self-control is good, and that's a fact. Every choice you make has a consequence, so make your choices wisely, and then life will be a cinch. Don't just do the first thing that comes to your mind, especially if that thought in your mind isn't very kind. Take a deep breath, stop, and think. Make yourself happy and do the right thing. Show self-control in all you do. Show self-control at home and in school too. The end. And this story is so very important, now especially that we are distance learning and we're away from the class currently. Showing self-control and self-discipline is so important because it helps us make the best choice for ourselves. It's not always easy to show self-control or to discipline ourselves, but that little sacrifice is going to be something great in the long run when we learn how to wait before we do something, stop and think before we say or do anything. Because like the story said, there's consequences for everything. So let's think before we act or do anything. Self-control is great for you. Have a great day, guys.